Hey guys, so I am going to talk a little bit about Trump's red flag laws he wants to put in place, and also about delusional Trump fans who, for some reason, are defending this. Because, Trump never says anything serious. Everything he does, ever, is 4D chess, guys. So, after the mass shootings, Trump blamed video games, we know this, and then he said he wants to put in place red flag laws similar to what Colorado has.
We must make sure that those judged to pose a grave risk to public safety do not have access to firearms, and that if they do, those firearms can be taken through rapid due process. That is why I have called for red flag laws, also known as extreme risk protection orders.
So, red flag laws, not to be alarming, but red flag laws are basically legalized doxing and swatting. So let's put it this way. Let's say you're being an edgy boy online and you get into a fight with an SJW, and the SJW finds out where you live. They could file a report and get the police to your house and, break in and, take if you have weapons of defense, take it from you. So then you might be like, wait, okay, what if there's, due process beforehand? They won't just take your weapons, right? No.
Allow due process, so no one's rights are trampled, but the ability to go to court, obtain an order, and then collect not only the firearms, but any weapons in the possession
Or
of that
might
individual.
take the firearms first and then go to court, because that's another system, because a lot of times by the time you go to court, it takes so long to go to court to get the due process procedures. I like taking the guns early.
He likes taking the guns early, guys. 4D chess! The red flag laws in Colorado are so controversial that, the sheriffs and stuff there don't like it, and they're actually trying to get it, removed. That's how stupid these are. So, on one hand, these laws, they can do good. If you see somebody being a crazy person online and you report them and you get their, weapons taken away before they can enact everything, that's good. That's a good thing. But this has so much potential of being misused. And then Trump made a joke on Twitter about it. He made a joke about the bill he himself wants to put in place. He said, would Chris Cuomo be given a red flag for his recent rant? Filthy language and total loss of control. He shouldn't be allowed to have a weapon. He's nuts. Now, of course he's being sarcastic here, I hope. But if Trump is actually going through with the red flag laws, it's not that funny, because this is literally how people will use this. They will use it against people. Oh, filthy language? Someone had filthy language? I guess they shouldn't have guns. You know what I mean? It's not funny. If you're going to go through with the actual laws, like you say you are, he said he's going to put it, or they said it's going to be put in place January 1st. This ain't funny. This is, real. People will really use it in that way. People shouldn't have their weapons of defense taken away just because they use filthy language. Again, I know he's joking, but the joke isn't funny if he's still putting those laws in place. That's like me punching you in the face and then being like, wouldn't it be funny if I punched you in the face? What? And his fucking stands, his fucking white knights are so delusional. They're like, he said that he's gonna put the laws in place, but, he didn't mean it. Okay, so what? We shouldn't believe the president when he says on January 1st they're going to enact red flag laws? That's 4D chess? Is that 4D chess? I'm sorry. This must be 5D underwater hungry hippos, because I don't understand. This should be the wake-up call for libertarians and Trump supporters. That was my wake-up call when Obama's just fucking drone striking. This should be that moment for them, but it looks like it's not. There are people in the thread unironically agreeing with him, oh yeah, Chris is Chris Cuomo's unstable, like, he shouldn't have a gun. Like, holy fuck, not all of his bases for it. There are a lot of people in my mentions like, shoo, I'm a rabid conservative, and I don't agree with this. I think he's being, like, ridiculous and authoritarian. Like, oh, thank fucking God. Like, there are some sane people talking about this. And his sycophants, though, like, they're convinced, like, they're doing mental gymnastics to convince themselves, like, everything Trump says isn't serious, and we should take nothing he says serious, even when, like, a bill is being signed into law. Like, don't take it seriously, it's not serious. Holy fuck, I can't. I'm sorry that my voice is kind of going, I'm a little sick. But, like, fuck. Another thing, this is a little irrelevant and petty, but I just want to talk about it. Another thing that's really frustrating is, like, Trump says something, like, objectively fucking bad, and all the replies are just like, you have small hands, you're orange, I will kick your ass, orange man. It's like, oh my, this is so embarrassing. Like, there's like no decent criticism. It's all like just check marks and like neolibs, like, tiny hands, orange man. What is going on? Anyway, yeah, that's my problem with red flag laws. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it won't get into law, and that will be good. My libertarian side is screaming. So, yeah, that's about all I have to say about that.